check what's in it. So I'll do my laptop. I got it in the car. Let's see what I got. In my downloads. But most of them I just go in there. Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Good afternoon and morning in certain parts of the world. You know you at the official Man Cave Morning Show. Okay. Let's go.
I get my mic on now. Now it's a two-man show. I guess you were doing a one-man show.
I didn't know.
What's going on, good people? How y'all doing?
Y'all know what it is, man. Listen. It is officially Open Topic Tuesday. Clap it up for that. But man, dude, we got a lot to talk about today. Happy to be back on the platform. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. But first and foremost, the man I always understand, and together we built the plan. We call him what? Smooth P.
He come on my program. How y'all doing today, guys? What's up? Welcome to another edition of the Man Cave Morning Show. We up in here. And the man to the left, I'm calling Mr. Muty today. We call him the one, the only, representing Wolf Nation once again, one of our sponsors. We call him the General Store on the General Building, y'all. Welcome. Coming off this love weekend, y'all.
Yeah,
hope everybody's Valentine's Day was good. If you ain't had a boo, hopefully you loved yourself.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Love yourself
exactly.
first.
I agree, bro. I agree. Listen, first and foremost, we want to shout out everybody watching us live right now on YouTube. That's BKS1 Radio TV on YouTube. Shout out to everybody listening to us live on what? The TuneIn app. If you don't have the TuneIn app by now, get it, people. Download it. It is free. You can listen to all your favorite radio stations from around the world. And guess who's on there? BKS1 Radio, the official Man Cave Morning Show / afternoon show. You know how we do it. And shout out to everybody watching us live right now on the mother site, WBKS1.com. All right, and shout out to everybody on FB. You know we love you. Listen, no matter what platform you are listening to us on, click the share button, share it out. We got some things to talk about because you know what? The things we talk about pertain to you.
Absolutely.
All right? Of course, you know it's never about us. Now, let's get some love real quick on FB before we get in this. Shout out to Jay Smooth on the check-in. Shout out to Devo on the check-in. Kim Sharif. Shout out to Erica Staley Williams on the check-in. Shout out to Tisa Thomas Scott on the check-in. Hey, Tisa, love you. Shout out to Galen Wright on the check-in. Shout out to Ramu Span on the check-in. Shout out to Denise Sparrow, Bird Johnson, Kimberly Renee, Neil Chandler, Kaz, what's good on the check-in? What's up, baby? Shout out to Oriana on the check-in. Ori, what's good?
What's up,
shout out to Mr. Franklin on the check-in. Shout out to Fabian Buchanan.
Please.
And as y'all trickle in, we're going to show you some love. Galen Wright on the check-in. Galen, what's good? What's good? Real quick, I just want to say rest in peace and give condolences to the family and friends of my man Roberto.
Yeah, man.
My man Roberto used to go heavy with that kid in the studio, man, and we used to rock hard in the studio, do some good things, some good stuff. He passed over the weekend. May you rest in peace, my brother. And again, man, prayers and condolences to the family.
Definitely.
Now, also, it's a lot going on before we get into the stories. We got a lot to talk about. We got some issues to talk about. I want to know your thoughts and your opinions. I'm quite sure me and P gonna bump head on a few. But we're going to agree on a lot, too, because we've been talking about it before the show. So we got a lot to talk about. That's why y'all going to want to share this out. But let me tell you a few things that's going down and going on. Of course, you know TGI Fridays is going down this Friday.
Yeah.
All right. We're celebrating a few birthdays as well.
Yes.
So it's going down this Friday, TGI Fridays in Piscataway. That's 1315 Centennial Avenue, the official Friday Night Live. I'll be back on the set rocking out with my peoples.
Yes.
DJ Smooth P and also DJ Big H. So we're going to tear things up for the happy hour mix and everything. So it's going down, man. Half price appetizers, drink specials, all of that. Also, this is going down. We want y'all definitely to participate with this. So on March 22nd, March 22nd, you see it. So the ladies are out. We have a show here called Al, and it's all about the ladies with that show and everything, women's empowerment. And then we have the Man Cave Morning Show, where we tell a lot of things from the male perspective. So what we want to do, we're going to partner up with some other brothers from BKS. All right. And the ladies are going to partner up with some other ladies from BKS or whatever. And we're going to have a Mars versus Venus event. But here's the thing. You are included too. So we want y'all to come out. Ladies, we want you to come out. Fellas, we need your support. We're going to want you to come out. And we're going to have an open dialogue and conversation about how men really think and about how women really think. And so we're going to have various different topic questions, and we're going to really learn each other that day. Now, let me tell you the beautiful thing about this event. Now, it's going to be held at Four Brothers Restaurant. Four Brothers Restaurant. They got a nice fresh hall, nice sizable hall and everything where we're going to conduct this whole open forum and everything. So Four Brothers Restaurant is located at 41 Mountain Boulevard, Suite E1. It's in Warren, New Jersey. Tickets are $35. Live broadcast, brunch. So you get brunch buffet. If you ever been to Four Brothers breakfast, you got some good food. So you get that, the brunch buffet, and you get mimosas while discussing topics ranging from relationships and sex to money and business when it comes to men and women. We are going to go hard on this one, and we're going to broadcast it live. So you're going to want to be a part of this. You can get the tickets right on Eventbrite.com. Just search BKS1 Radio Presents Mars Venus and purchase your tickets. Get those tickets, and you can actually be a part of a live broadcast. All right, it is the Mars Venus event brought to you by BKS1 Radio. All right, so that's one thing that's going down. And then that same day, later on that evening, all right, because the brunch is from 11 to 3, and at 4 p.m. at the Zulu Bar in West Orange, New Jersey, 437 Main Street, it's the official birthday bash of Pamela Long, formerly of the group Total, and it's a talent showcase. It's going down. We're giving out cash prizes, all of that. It's going to be awesome. You're going to hear some awesome talent, and Pam is performing live with a band. And I'll be rocking the set, providing the music soundtrack, along with my partner Smooth P and the BKS DJs. But listen, it's going down. It's gonna be a great show, great performance, and also a talent showcase. We're giving out some cash prizes. All right, and that's going to be from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's Sunday, March 22nd. Yes, it's a day party event. It's Pamela Long, formerly of the group Total's official birthday bash. Tickets is only $15. You know how we do. We make it nice and affordable for you to enjoy yourself and party and have a good time. All right, so now we got that out the way. Let's talk about some things. Shout out to Mark Booth on the check-in. Mark, what's good? Chanel Red on the check-in. Shout out to Pie Lady on the check-in. Pie Lady, what's good? She said, where the heck have y'all been? Felicia Nelson on the check-in. Nikki Raspberry on the check-in. I'm just showing y'all some love before we get this show started. Yeah, you're definitely going to want to be at that birthday party. It's going to be off the hook. And she's going to be really showing y'all what she's been doing and what she's been working on. So come and check that out. So again, March 22nd is going to be a full day for BKS. It starts with the brunch, with the Mars versus Venus brunch. And then at 4 p.m., it is the official birthday bash of Pamela Long, formerly of the group Total. All right, so now, P, we can go so many places first. Where we going to go first? All right, let's go. Let's start. You want to start light?
Yeah, start light.
All right, so we're going to talk about this guy. What did he expect to accomplish here? Let's talk about this dude right here. So a man was charged with kidnapping a woman, forcing her to watch Roots to understand her racism. So I guess she was a racist. She's a racist white woman. And he kidnapped her, right? And forced her to watch Roots to understand her racism. Wow. Let's read a little bit of this, P.
Okay, so this is the wrong kind of captive audience. Don't worry, if you can't afford to pay $2,500 to have your white privilege checked, this Michigan man will do it for free. Robert Lee Noye, 52, was arrested for allegedly kidnapping a woman and forcing her to watch the landmark 1977 miniseries Roots. The Cedar Rapids Gazette reports Noye is accused of abducting an unarmed woman and unspecified race and holding her captive at the residence in the 700 block of 2nd Avenue Southwest, where she was forced to watch the 9-hour ABC miniseries so she could better understand her racism, according to the criminal complaint. When his captives tried to move, Nail ordered her to remain seated and watch the movie with him, or he would kill her. He spread her
Kill
body
her and spread.
kill her and spread her body parts across Interstate 380 on the way to Chicago per the complaint.
All right, here's the thing, my man. Bruh.
Well, actually, it was bigger over here.
I just read it from here. That's what she said when she looked my way.
Yeah.
But anyway, bruh, there's other ways to handle that if you're trying to explain racism and why it's wrong and all of that. Come on, now you got a kidnapping charge. You're gonna spend about 10 to 20 in jail, man. Come on, bro. We gotta think, man.
Do you think she understands a little better after 9 hours of Roots? I don't think anybody's ever watched 9 hours straight of Roots.
No, well, she probably
I don't think I've. She definitely was
we
mental
more of a
abuse.
savage.
Yeah, exactly. That probably was like mental abuse. 9 hours of Roots.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Cass said my man went way beyond his pay grade on that one. Now that's taking one for the team. Sandy said I cannot.
But if you look at his mugshot, he don't look like he's too upset. He's actually smiling, like he's happy. Maybe he broke through to the person. So I guess his job is done.
You think he broke through?
I don't know, but if go back to the shot. It ain't like he was mad, angry, like, oh man, I'm about to go to jail. My man's actually sitting there he's smiling at his mugshot. He's showing like all 32 of his teeth. So I don't know. And he in orange, so that's definitely his mugshot.
All right, man. Sheesh. All right.
There are better ways, though.
Yeah,
there's
better ways he could have handled that. All right. Next thing before we get into the heated discussion, because I already know it's going to be heated. So the Eternals will feature Marvel's first on-screen LGBTQ kiss. It's a beautiful, very moving kiss. All right, and it's the dude from Atlanta. You see the dude on the right? On the right here.
Who played Paperboy.
Yeah, who played Paperboy.
Atlanta.
Yeah. So now he's going to be a gay Marvel superhero. And so they're like promoting it like crazy right now. It says, after more than a decade of superhero movies, Marvel is finally featuring the first LGBTQ relationship with an on-screen kiss in the Eternals. The upcoming Marvel comic film stars Brian Tyree Henry, Atlanta, as Phatos, aka the first openly gay superhero in a Marvel movie, and Haas Sleeman, a Little America, who plays his husband. And on Thursday, Sleeman opened up about filming an emotional on-screen kiss that their characters share. It's a beautiful, very moving kiss, Sleeman told Now Next. Everyone cried on the set. For me, it's very important to show how loving and beautiful a queer family can be. Brian Tyree Henry is such a tremendous actor and brought so much beauty into this part. And at one point, I saw a child in his eyes. And I think it is important for the world to be reminded that we in the queer community were all children at one point. We forget that because we're always depicted as sexual or rebellious. We forget to connect on that human part.
Okay.
I don't know. What's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts about this? Oh, phone lines are open. You can call in 646-233-1302. And you know you back on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. All right. Everybody, when we look at films, when we look at movies, when we look at TV shows, we want to see ourselves reflected on those, right? So for a while we had a problem where there was nothing but white TV shows on TV, and then we got Good Times, we started Jeffersons, we got this, we got that, whatever, and it showed us, and so we related to it more. Then also we wanted to see positive examples of us. At the time, it was the Cosby Show. Cosby Show, you got Different World. Caller, hold on one second. You got Cosby Show, you got Different World, and all of that. It showed a positive side of us. Then you start to, coming out of the closet, expressing your sexuality, all of that. We started seeing a little bit more of that on television because bullying became such a big, huge thing in the gay community and in the schools and everything like that. So let's show more of that. If this is who you are, it's okay to be like that. And you started seeing more of that on television, more of that in films and everything like that. So now you got an openly gay superhero. How do you feel about it? I want to know. Caller from 404. State your name when you calling from.
WTF. Come on, man. I'm talking about you. They going too far with this, man. Come on. This is affecting our kids, man.
And why do you feel that way?
I feel as though a superhero is a superhero. You know, the women got their superheroes, the men got their superheroes. What does this guy do? He gonna fly by somebody speeding, and he flies up to the window and he do like Eddie Murphy says, like, pull over, pull over. Come on. Let's be real with this, man. I'm talking about children need people to look up to, and they need positive role models. I do agree. But I'm talking about you got kids don't know their sexuality until they get what, a teenager?
Listen,
kids watch Marvel and all that when they're younger than that, and they grow up with that. Kids should make their own choices when they go up to that. They shouldn't be like have examples.
All right, so here's my thing, though. Let me play devil's advocate. All right, so if they show heterosexual sex scenes, heterosexual intimacy, and getting physical as a heterosexual in these movies and films and everything, and TV shows, whatever like that, what is the difference? That's what most people are going to argue. In today's society, they're going to be like, well, what's the difference? All right, so if that's the case, if you're saying it like that, then take all the sexuality out of films and TV, and movies. Take it all out.
Absolutely.
All right, but in the real world, but in the real world that we live in, humans are sexual creatures, whether it be heterosexual, homosexual, LGBTQ, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just the real world we live in today, right? So when it comes to us as people, I guess the key word is acceptance. Go ahead.
Here's my question. Here's my question to the whole thing.
Go ahead.
Why is it that sexuality is thrown into any of it, period? Every superhero out there can be gay if they wanted to be, right? We as the people on the outside shouldn't necessarily know why, because it's their sexuality, which is what? None of our business. My problem with it is I have no problem with there being a gay superhero or a gay this or a gay that. My problem is, why is the movement or the lifestyle or whatever you want to categorize it as being shoved down our throats? Why is it that we have to know that this superhero is gay? Why is it not just a superhero? Superman could be gay.
Superman got Lois Lane.
But how many people in the real world, how many men are on the down low? How many men got wives, girlfriends, kids, right? They're on the down low, they gay, but people may not know that. Why? Because it's their sexual preference and it's not everybody's business. The fact, like Cash just said, so this superhero is going to have to be like, what, super flamboyant? Like you said, pull over. No, why can't the person just be a superhero? Why does it have to be, so-and-so was the first gay superhero from this one or that? Like, this is my problem. Be who you want to be. I have zero problems with you being who you want to be. But me personally, I don't give a damn about who you want to be. Be you, but don't shove you down my throat.
It's like they're advertising.
Period.
It's like you had a lot of gay basketball players. You had a lot of gay football players. But then they just had to come out and say, I'm openly gay. We know you gay. We just want to see you play the sport.
Exactly. The fact
Just
that
like
you
the
gay had
superhero.
nothing to do
I
with
wanna
your
see
job.
You save somebody. I don't want to see you just. It's like they're advertising it.
You know what? Thanks, Troublemaker, for Actually, I'm wearing your watch, by the way, bro. Thank you.
Well, yeah, but did you learn how to use it?
Nope.
No, we just having that discussion.
Yo, P, man,
I ain't
hold
gonna
on.
lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how to use
We were
this
just
motherfucker,
having that discussion.
but I got it on. It looks
He got
good.
it on. He's like, I have no clue how to work this thing.
But it looks good. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, but a car looks good to a dog when he's chasing it, but when he catches it, he drives it.
Troublemaker, thank you. Appreciate you. Love you, brother. All right.
Peace.
Listen. Somebody call in. I'm sorry, we just missed another call. A few calls we actually missed because we had a caller online. But listen, call in 646-233-1302. Before I move on, is there anybody that has something to say
Yeah,
about this
Didi
issue?
said, I so agree with you.
Didi who?
Didi Johnson. Hey,
Hey,
Didi.
Didi,
She's in
what's
there.
up?
What's up, mama?
Hi, Didi.
Felicia Nelson also said I agree. Nikki Raspberry said, right, P. And then CE just is on the check-in saying what's up to both of us.
Listen. Shout out to CE. Man, look. Okay. Caller from the 646, state your name where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Show. What's good?
Yo, what up? I'm from Chad from New Jersey.
Peace.
Chad,
What's up, Chad?
what's going on, fam?
Yo, I just want to comment on the gay superhero thing.
Let's get it.
Yo, it seems like when it comes to homosexuality, it's always thrown in one direction. It's always thrown in our direction.
Yes.
Like, when it comes to homosexuality on films, you really don't see that thrown at the dominant society.
Mm-hmm.
It's always shoved down our throats, and that's the problem I have with it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Why can't the superhero be white and gay?
Right.
Why anytime a gay person shows up on film, it's always a black flamboyant person.
Wow. You're absolutely right.
With the exception of Omar and The Wire.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But
that's all I had to say about that.
No, but you know what? Listen.
A great point.
And this is what will happen, though, bro. If it was a white character, the first white gay superhero or whatever like that, and then you know what's going to happen? Then the African American LGBTQ community going to be like, why couldn't it be a black? Right? Why couldn't it be a black?
You're not wrong.
Great point.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Gay character, whatever the case may be. So it's like on a lot of these issues we discussing right now, you can't win for losing, and it's like my thing is sexuality, period.
Yeah.
When it comes to a lot of these films, because does that make the movie? Does that make the TV show? Does that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it. You're trying to appease every audience.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to appease the white audience. You got to appease the black audience. You got to appease the LGBTQ community. You got to try to make everybody happy, to a point to whereas, my thing is certain things like P. Sarah, we don't need to know.
You don't need to know.
I don't need to know. Period.
Exactly.
Period. Just get the story across. I want to see the superhero save somebody.
Exactly.
I want to see the superhero fight villains or whatever like that. So now it's going to be the first openly gay villain. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to see after he saved Metropolis, then he swoops down and he kisses his gay lover. I don't care about that. I don't need to see none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep that to yourself.
See, my thing is they put much emphasis on sexuality. Period.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, and I know I'm gonna catch some heat for this, but at the end of the day, it's just all about who your preference is that you sleep with. That's what at the end of the day, that's what it's about. So it's like none of us expose our personal lives.
No.
Publicly, whatever. I don't talk about me and my wife. You don't talk about you and your wife, or whatever the case may be, or whatever. It's like who you decide to sleep with is your business.
You don't see Gotham after
Exactly.
You don't see Batman in Gotham after he done fought with the Joker or whatever, go home and who he's banging out, right? No, he just goes home and he's Bruce Wayne. He doesn't go home and do none of that. Like, you don't know none of that. He's Superman, so he had loads, but still, it's like that wasn't a big thing. Their sexuality wasn't a big part of who they are. So why are you going to now make that the big deal for this one particular? And it's not just that; it's everything, even down to the presidential race. I forget who the candidate is now. They talking about maybe having the first maybe homosexual, and they got to kiss him. Like, why are you doing that? Like,
I don't
why
really
did you
care.
do that? I don't care.
And here's my thing with Buttigieg, right? Only thing
if you're the right man or woman for the job, that's what I care about.
Only thing we really care about is what you're going to do for our health care.
Absolutely.
What you're going to do for prison reform. What you're going to do with our taxes. What you're going to do, whatever like that. Nobody cares about who you sleeping with,
exactly.
Or what you going to do with my 401k.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. That's just me personally. If you got a problem with what I said, please call him. Brother, we thank you for calling in.
We definitely appreciate you calling in.
All right, yo, good luck. Y'all have a good one.
No doubt. Salute.
Peace.
Let's read some comments.
Yeah, Nikki Radley said, right, don't shove that down my throat. That's none of my business. Felicia Nelson said, talk about it, caller. Saif Ali said, peace, BKS1. Peace,
Salute.
Peace. Salute to you. And before that, Didi, I said, she said, I so agree with you. Yeah, I mean, it's getting to be too much. Like I said, be who you are, and be a champion for yourself or whatever. But I don't necessarily care about all that. Like, be you. You be you. I be me. As long as we're all happy, that's all that counts. I'm not gonna shove what I believe down your throat and put it all on Front Street all the time. And you should not, like Norm said, I don't talk about my wife and banging my wife and what of my wife, and he don't talk about the same thing. Like, that's none of nobody's business. But me and my wife, it's nobody's business but him and his wife.
You know who probably really gets it bad in society?
Who's that?
A black, gay Muslim.
You think they exist?
I'm just saying. That's three things. That's three strikes against you in this world. It's a strike against you. No, get what I'm saying. It's a strike against you from being black.
Yes.
It's a strike against you for being gay.
Yes.
Right? It's a strike against you for being a Muslim. They do exist.
If they exist, they're undercover. I can tell you that.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, but listen, of course.
Yeah.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it's like you got civil rights, right? For the African Americans. We fighting for that, civil rights in this. Then you got, if you're black and you happen to be gay, so you're fighting civil rights and you're fighting LGBTQ rights.
Yeah.
And then if you're Muslim, you're fighting religious rights. Anyway, caller from the 336. State your name, where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Show. What's good?
This is Tammy Walker.
Tammy Walker, welcome to the show.
How are you, sis?
What's up, sis?
I'm good. I'm calling to comment on the gay superhero.
Okay, gay superhero comment.
I'm gonna give you brothers a different take on things.
Okay,
Remember
go ahead.
when you was little, okay, and you was looking at TV, and we only had a few channels where we could see ourselves on TV.
Mm-hmm.
We had to fight for the right to be inclusive so that we could see more black faces on TV.
Yes.
Okay? The gay people have nobody to identify with on TV, really. So now they want to be inclusive as well. Because remember, every time I think about something, when it comes to whether it's the gay people or another race or everything like that, I think about there was a time where, not saying that, it has anything, let me paraphrase it. I remember there was a time when I was little and I didn't have rights as being a black girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I had to wait until time changed so I can be included in different things. And I come from the South, and I'm Trinidadian. Had a thick tongue. Okay? So with that being said, there was a lot of doors closed in my face because I was a black female that had a very thick Trinidadian tongue. You understand what I'm saying? So now, that's the same way that the gay people feel. And I'm a proud mother of a gay child. Okay? I didn't choose this for my child. And my child hid this from me for years. I thought that we was tight. I thought that we was close. But guess what? My family wasn't inclusive because we was making gay jokes. Oh, that's gay. That's gay. Da-da-da-da-da, and everything like that. So I alienated my child inside my own family. Okay? Because of the different takes that we have on. It's all about being included. I know we may not want to see this on TV, but guess what? At one time, they didn't even want to see black people on TV.
Absolutely.
So now they want to see. And now, no, I do not want this to be. Let me tell you this, Smooth P.
Yes.
I think I probably did everything to stop my kid from being gay. I did. I saw other people around me and their children were gay, so I was trying to do everything, be the good mother, be all in church and everything like that. It's not a choice that they make. And some of them are actually born that way, and they can't wait till they get to a certain age. They get to that certain age where they can legally live as themselves authentically.
And I agree with you on that. I'm sorry, Joe.
I want to take it one step further, bro. I just want to take one step further. When my child was little, the reason why my child couldn't come out to me because there was nothing on TV that included her. She didn't see anything that looked like her on TV, so she hid herself. Thank God she wasn't one of these kids that killed herself.
Yeah.
Because she didn't know how to express herself. And yeah, we feel like that they're forcing it down the throat. And no, we don't want to see it. But guess what? They didn't want to see black people on TV. They didn't want to see us kissing, touching. They didn't want to see us making money. They didn't want to see us doing any of that. So it's all about being. We have to be inclusive if we want to be accepted as black people.
Let me ask you a question.
Women.
Let me ask you a question, Tammy.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry, no, I didn't mean to cut you. Let me ask you a question.
No, go right ahead, bro. Go right ahead.
Because most of being gay pretty much is just a sexual choice or sexual preference in life. Is that not correct?
Sometimes it can be, but sometimes, P, they're born in the wrong body, bro.
No, I get that. I get that.
I thought it was all mental, psychological, but it is a choice.
But what I'm saying, what I mean in general is, besides just being an average, everyday, quote unquote, regular human being, like that is the only difference in being gay, right? Is your sexual choice is that you rather be with the same sex other than the opposite sex. Is that correct?
Sometimes it's not. Well, no, it's not. Because sometimes it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Sometimes people preference behind closed doors means that everything is sealed and covered up, and I don't know what you are until you go behind that closed door. But if you got somebody that's actually living in that lifestyle and they presume to be gay, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But okay.
You can put the preference behind the door, but you can't put the lifestyle of an individual behind.
Right. All right. So Tammy, I get what you're saying 300%.
Absolutely. I understand
at the same time,
but all of us are right here. I just want to make sure that we're clear on that. All of us are right. Nobody's wrong here.
Absolutely.
I agree with that also.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But let me tell you the biggest thing I do have a problem with. I have a problem with how they market the LGBTQ community when it comes to films and the first this and the first. I have a problem with how they use that as a marketing ploy too.
Exactly.
Because that's what it's starting to become.
Exactly what it is.
And it's looking a little crazy. And then don't do this. Don't pit the LGBTQ TQ struggle against the civil rights struggle. Stop pitting that against each other. Stop making that tug of war against each other because it's not the same.
Not even close.
It's not the same.
And I agree with you, Norm. However, it's still a right that someone needs to have for their life to be of substance.
Absolutely.
Our rights are our rights, but their rights. Now, listen, I want to go back on something else. They've been putting gay shit on TV. Ever since some kids was little, I was little. I just didn't know what the hell I was looking at. And I ain't mean to I know you guys sponsors. I apologize. But they've been doing it. They've been doing it. And now they're deciphering the code of what we was looking at when we was little, Bert and Ernie. We know Bert and Ernie was gay. We didn't know about two men living together.
You're right. No, you're absolutely correct.
The Odd Couple, Phyllis Unger and everything like that, we never knew what was going on with them two. We can presume, but we in the back of our mind, we would have never, ever said the Odd Couple was two gay men living together.
I still didn't know. No, Oscar was getting his.
Yeah, no, they weren't gay.
It was Oscar and Felix.
Felix
may have been. They weren't gay, but I'm saying, but we could say that though because they live together. Now, if men do that, and they live together. We'll say they're gay.
Right.
We'll put a gay spin on it, and I understand what you're saying. That it should not be in commercials. It should not be spoon fed to us. We don't want to see it. But Norm, what I'm saying to you is, the white people never want to see us on TV. It's the same thing. It's just a different principle.
Get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Like you said, nobody is wrong.
I'm not saying, and I'm not saying so much. I don't want to see it.
No.
If you put it in there, you put it in there. But when you have to market it and push that point
that
of it,
narrative,
a certain way, that bothers me.
That's the problem.
It's the same thing as when white America feel the need to be like, they're trying to push a certain narrative, and they be like, but we have a black such and such, or we have an African American
so it can't
such and
be
such.
this.
I don't like when they push that narrative either.
Exactly.
So
I see what you're saying, because he can't just be a black man. He has to be a black gay man. You want to make sure that you put his preference in with him and take some type of, you put some type of stigma on him.
Exactly.
And everything. Let me say. Now I'm gonna say this because my grandmother, who's full Trinidadian, thinks that the gay people, the LGBTQ, is a game, and that they're taking over, and she sees them as a game taking over. But I try to be. When I say I understand your point of view, and you saying that they're trying to market it in a certain way, they're trying to market it in a certain way because they have not been heard, and so they're going to make sure that we are oversaturated with it so that we understand. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go back to one thing. Remember when they let us put black commercials on TV and everything like that? How they felt like we was oversaturating the TV with the programs and the commercials and everything. They even came up there and said that, we was trying to make everything too black.
See, here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this again, and if I catch heat for it, and I probably will. All right, but.
Well, we can have open dialogues, and everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. We got to respect each other.
Absolutely. But here's what I don't want to happen, and I'm gonna say this: I don't want the LGBTQ community to become what white America has become to us. See, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean by this. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by this. So. For decades and centuries, white America has controlled the media. They controlled their spin on things. They push their narrative and they want their narrative to stick and whatever like that. I don't want the LGBTQ community to become that. All right, because listen, because listen, right now, I'm gonna say this right now. This is from me being in business because I know. And when it comes to film and television, they're behind the scenes,
absolutely,
in a heavy way,
super heavy.
They are.
And they're in a controlling factor as well.
Absolutely.
But don't push your narrative so much that you start forgetting the general overall narrative that is supposed to resonate to everyone and not just you.
Right.
You feel me?
Your community, not just your community.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't do what has been done to us as African Americans. Don't become them. Don't become them.
Now, my daughter and I get into some really, really heavy conversations all the time about her community, and I feel like it's our community because my daughter belongs to me and she's my child.
Exactly.
Okay, but I still feel. I tell my daughter sometimes I feel like you're beating me over the brow. She said, Mommy, you're not hearing me. You're saying that you accept me. You want to stand beside me, work next to me, but whenever there's a cost. Now, this is my only argument with the LGBTQ community. Whenever there is Black Lives Matter, Children Matter, the war that we're going through, everything, I want to see y'all stand tall for that, too.
Exactly.
Not just for what's going on in your community, because they have a very strong community that things are happening with the transgenders and that they're killing them at alarming rates. And everything like that. But I in order for us to understand your community, you got to come walk with us when we walk. You got to march with us when we march.
Absolutely.
That's my only argument.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna clap that.
That's why I clap.
Because
you are so right about that.
You got to understand. I rock with them. I rock with them. Let me tell you. I don't care whether my daughter or son is gay or whatever. I don't care. I really don't. Like that's your choice, and that's the choice you decided to make in your life.
I set this world up for. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't care about none of that. Right. But my thing is, we have to be careful of how we push these certain narratives to not cancel out something else that's just as equally important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
All of us should be sitting at the table, and nobody should be more important at the table than anybody else. I completely understand what you're saying.
And that's all I'm saying. Tammy, thanks for calling in. We're gonna get
you know what? One thing I want to leave you guys with. and the things that we don't understand for the LGBTQ community, please come on Norm's show and explain more to us what we don't understand so we have a better understanding of what you have.
And see, I welcome it. This is why I tell everybody to share the show out, because listen, this is not no jab at anybody, but you're not going to get the same shit on these other shows.
Absolutely
like
not.
you're going to get on the Man Cave show when we get together with y'all and my partner here, whatever like that. We're going to bring it to you and discuss this real stuff. Share this show out. This needs to be the number one thing on the internet on all platforms. Okay. Because we're going to keep it 100.
I'm going to make sure I share you as soon as I hang up, and I love you guys, and I'll be still
love you too.
In.
Love you
no
too,
doubt.
Tammy. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Oh, I can't wait to our open discussion on March 22nd at
be
Four
real.
Brothers Restaurant. It's the brunch. Get your tickets now for the brunch, people, because you're going to have a great
Mars
brunch. Four
Venus.
Brothers Restaurant is off the chain, and it's the Mars versus Venus. We're going to discuss everything, the man's point of view, the woman's point of view, and we're going to have an open dialogue on March 22nd. Please go to Eventbrite, get your tickets, whatever. It is limited. We're going to shut it down after a certain amount of people, whatever, but it's going to be limited. It's going to be a live broadcast as well. You're going to want to be there March 22nd. All right, and here it is right here. And we're about to go on to the next thing. All right, so you got the Man Cave crew, so we bringing in some other fellas with us, and you got the Owl Show crew, and they bringing in some other sisters with them. All right, and we're gonna have an open dialogue and discussion. All right, listen, tickets is only $35, but you're getting a brunch, mimosas, live on the air, open discussion, and live DJs too. So you're gonna be able to bop your head too. And it's just going to be an awesome time, all right, at Four Brothers Restaurant. Four Brothers, 41 Mountain Boulevard, Suite E1. We're going to be in Warren, New Jersey, and everything. It's going to be a nice time. Let's take this call. Caller from the 929. State your name, where you calling from. You're on the Man Cave Show. What's good?
2V2T-Bit.
They want to get that off.
I love it. Thanks for the click, Bill.
Yeah, but they can't. All right, so let's go on to the next thing, because I didn't know that was going to grow legs. You know, just discussing that. I didn't know that was going to grow legs, but we got so much to talk about, and this is why everybody need to be tuned in, man, and just sharing their views and opinions and everything.
What's up, Nisa? Nisa F, baby, on the
shout out to Nisa F, baby. Yo, you did your thing.
Salute.
At Union County Performing Arts Center. She opened up for Ice-T. She did her thing. I'm proud of Nisa F, baby. That's family. Shout out to Dee Dee. Just the whole team, the whole squad and everything. I'm so proud of y'all, man. Just keep rocking out, doing what y'all do.
Salute.
No doubt. Salute. Let's talk about 50, right? So 50 catching a lot of heat, right? In regards to this whole thing. But let me talk about this first. So, you know, there's an accuser coming out against Rick James.
Unbelievable.
Which has been dead. Rick James has been dead for 16 years. Right, bro? 16 years, right?
Yes.
And so an accuser coming out now, and they trying to sue for $50 million.
Yeah.
$50 million. All right. Now, here's the other thing we're going to talk about. We're going to make sure some of these things we're discussing, we're going to talk about on the forum on March 22nd, too.
Yes.
But Me Too movement.
That got out of control.
Listen.
That's all I could say.
I need ladies, because, see, if I speak negative towards the Me Too movement, it's like, oh, there's a man bashing this movement, whatever like that. Listen, I have no problem with any victim.
Absolutely.
Women.
True victim.
Or male.
Yeah.
Males are victims too.
Absolutely.
That's seeking justice for anything, or seeking some type of retribution, justice, whatever you want to call it, for whatever. And I get it. People say, well, why are they waiting? You know, of course, there's no time limit. I get all of that.
Nah. I'm gonna let you finish. There's a time limit. If somebody's dead, there's a time limit.
Right. No, but we could say, listen,
if they're alive,
we can say that, right? But a victim would be like, this is
16,
when I felt like I decided to speak.
Years
and
after they're gone.
This is gonna be their argument, bro. We can't say that, but I'm gonna say this to what you saying.
Man.
Rick been dead for 16 years. All right, so let's go a little bit more for those that's not familiar. We're We're going to play this clip for y'all. Share this damn show out.
Jesus.
Share it out on fan pages, groups, all of that. We got some things to talk about today. And what people miss, they need to hear. Share the show out. I don't care if it's YouTube, Twitter, Periscope. We on multiple platforms. Facebook, whatever the case may be. But here's this clip about Rick. And then we're going to talk about this thing, man. And 50 is catching some heat, trust me. Here's the clip.
He's best known for the song Super Freak, released in 1981. But 2 years before that, when he was already famous, an anonymous woman says she was 15 years old and living in a group home on Richmond Avenue. She writes that Rick James came to visit, and the girls were all introduced to Rick James by Willie and were excited to meet him. I did not know who Rick James was and shrugged and said, I don't know him. Almost immediately, Rick James was very suggestive and inappropriate towards me, unquote. Later on, she says he came up to her bedroom and raped her. She says she tried to fight him off, but he told her, quit moving or I'll cut you, according to the signed affidavit. The woman is seeking $50 million from the trust that's listed in Rick James' real name, the James Ambrose Johnson Jr. Trust. Rick James died in 2004. The line at his funeral wrapped around the church. He's buried at Forest Lawn Cemetery. He's best known for the song Super Freak, released in 1981.
The state that he had, and he got family.
Look, Rick wrote some joints.
Yeah, he's still making money.
His publishing is crazy.
Yeah,
you know, yeah, he got money. But here's my thing. Listen, man, I'm gonna try to talk about this without shitting on the alleged victim. There's gotta be some type of guidelines put in place. I get it. You're gonna be like, oh, somebody decides to come out, whatever like that. But listen, I could say P raped me, right? P, you raped me. People like, what the?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what?
You know, my thing is.
That's all you gotta do is get the allegation out there.
What do we have to protect us?
Nothing.
Real talk against stuff like that, right? Tammy could call in the police right now and say, Norm raped me 5 minutes ago, right?
And they'd be knocking on his door.
I'm being honest.
No, you're right.
But I was on this show 5 minutes ago.
Exactly.
You do you see what I'm saying? How out of hand and how crazy this could become if you don't put some guidelines and some stipulations on it. And this is where the people, even with the Me Too movement, right? The originators and the founders, whatever, y'all need to come out and say something.
Nope, they can't.
But y'all do.
They can't. They need to, but they can't.
Y'all do because now it's becoming. It's setting a dangerous precedent.
Already, guys.
Already about, you know, allegations and accusations and all this stuff is getting ridiculous, man. And it's like Rick's been dead for 16 years. And God forbid if this is true, where's your documentation of you discussing this with somebody beforehand or whatever? Where is, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, how's the defense?
Listen, the thing is that's crazy about this too is that when it comes out that the person that it didn't happen, I've never heard of a case where the accuser was arrested for filing like a false report. And people don't realize just how serious those kind of allegations. I personally, I put my own business out there. There was a situation many years ago at one of Norm's studios where we were in a session, and a young lady tried to say, or she told her boyfriend, who she was broken up with, and they were in the midst. Oh, some guy tried to rape me at the studio, and guess who the guy was? The guy was me. So the guy calls Norm, and Norm is like, what? Like, that didn't happen? Because Norm was there. We were all in the studio together. But when Norm called me and told me this, I'm like, what? who said what? Like, because to me, that kind of allegation, that's a life-changing allegation. Like, had she had gone to the police instead of just saying this to her boyfriend, trying to get him jealous, trying to get him up to get all rah-rah, like, that could have been very ugly for me. And it being a studio full of men and a few women, so is my word against this woman's word. And who do they believe? I won't even say 9 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10, it is not the man.
But
Did anything that she said happen? No. But could that have went real left real quick? Yes.
Yeah.
And still to this day, that shit bothers me.
This is why I have what he just explained. This is why I have such a bitter taste in my mouth, because I've seen the incident with my brother, and then I've seen the incident with somebody else that's very famous in the industry that's also my brother, and it's like I've seen the whole flip side of it, of how people can just accuse you of something.
That's all it takes is the accusation.
And that's all it takes. And you know, that starts that ball rolling.
Yep.
You know, and it never looks good for you. You know, and again, I don't know what transpired. And like Sandy said, wifey said,
yeah, it said that he was known to abuse. Yeah,
back then.
Yeah,
so
they know he
why
crazy.
didn't something come out back then, or whatever the case? And you know, so all these years later, how many years is this? Technically,
so exactly.
It says 79. So
exactly.
How many years is that?
Exactly. If you really want to do the math, so that's what 40 years. Yeah,
about 40 years.
40 years.
Man, look. So now, let's further it. So 50 Cent reacts to Rick James' allegation by saying, "These bitches be crazy." All right, so that's typical 50, but he said, "These bitches be crazy." So you know he's catching backlash for that. And basically, so if y'all could see this, an unidentified woman recently filed a lawsuit against the Rick James estate, accusing the late music legend of raping her in 1979 when she was just 15 years old. 50 Cent saw the news and was quick to respond. His utter shock at the allegations. And basically he said, "This bitch is crazy. These bitches be crazy." And he said, "Nah, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear."
He said, "Okay, F this, I'm done." Yeah, it's big on mine. F this, I'm done with all this shit. He wrote alongside a photo of James and related headlines, "Nah, I don't want to hear shit. These bees be crazy." T.I. added in comment section, "Shit, wow."
Yeah, but see, and this is what I'm saying. Listen, I don't know. None of us know if this is true or not. But 1979,
79. I was 8.
So that means if it was 40 something years ago and she was 15,
actually,
she's like 55 now.
Actually, 41 years ago.
41 years ago.
Yeah, because I'm
55,
40.
56. She's 56 now.
Yeah,
or whatever the case may be. And it's like we got to stop this. And my whole ideal of justice. So technically, justice. I mean, I can't speak. Because I was never a victim.
Yeah.
But I would think justice would be the fact that if you really was raped, the fact he's dead, he can't hurt you no more.
Yeah. Why are you now looking for a monetary gain?
So,
that's where I have the issue with. Yeah. Now you're looking for a monetary gain.
Yeah, I want to see somebody locked up. I want to see this.
Exactly.
You know,
I don't care about money.
Whatever the case may be, and I don't know. I think, me personally, I think the Me Too movement is being abused.
Man.
You got child support laws that's being abused, right? You got welfare people that's on welfare abusing the system, right?
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely.
Right. So you can have people with the Me Too movement abusing the system, abusing it.
And you know what I think is the worst part about that is, I think the Me Too movement was a great thing when it was being used properly. I think now what happened, once people seen what the outcomes can be from it, that now everybody is just trying to use it for monetary gain. They're trying to figure out a way, who can I get? Who could I say did this? Who do I have a picture with their hand on my shoulder that I could say that they touched me inappropriately 30 years ago? You know what I'm saying? It's turned into that now, instead of really being able to go after people who were victims, to be able to go after the real abusers.
All right. So listen, I could bring up incidents that actually happened. This was some time ago, way before I was married, whatever, in my own studio or whatever, where I was the victim. I was the victim. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
So my thing was, well, technically, if I wanted to come out and be like, yo, she tried to, or yo, she tried to, and blah, 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 blah. And listen, nobody would give a damn. Nobody would believe me. They'd be like, no, get the whatever.
Or, no, you complaining about that?
Yeah, you complaining about that?
Yeah.
Or whatever like that. No, but it happened. What I'm saying is, it actually happened. Am I going to pursue her? No. Am I going after her? No. Do I want to ruin her life? No. It happened. I dealt with it. I moved on.
And that's my thing. Like,
and listen. No, I moved on.
Yeah.
Just because I figure how it would be perceived or whatever the case may be, whatever. Now, was it wrong? To most, it wouldn't be wrong because I'm a man. You feel me?
Yeah.
To most, it wouldn't be wrong. But for me to speak about it
now,
and
that's one of my problems. Like I said, we can,
for me to speak about is okay, Pete. But for me to try to get monetary gain from it,
like I said, not to talk against any victim, because if you were a victim of whatever,
we're gonna read your comments. Y'all got a lot of comments.
And you were victimized. You absolutely have the right to come out and say you were victimized. But my thing is, like, if you sat on something for 40-something years, if you sat on something for 30-something years, if you sat on something for 20 years, 25 years, like, what is that compelling for you to now, want to reopen and rehash those feelings and those wounds?
All right, so let me go to what you just said.
Yes.
There's people that sit on things for a lifetime, bro, and they take it to their grave.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, so that's not so much even my problem. My problem with whoever this is, you're looking for money. You're
the monetary.
You're suing his estate for money. This is
41 years later.
This is my problem. All right, no, you can hold on to things for a lifetime. I know people that do. And when it comes to a victim, and when it comes to emotional trauma, there are people that's been molested and sexually assaulted and abused. Like, I get all of that, man. You hold on to it for a lifetime. So it's hard to talk about statutes and statutes of limitations. It's really hard to talk about that. But I think my biggest problem is if your goal is monetary, and then you're talking about coming after a man that's been dead for 16 years.
Yeah.
This is the problem I have with this particular situation. So right now, as we talk today to everybody here on the Man Cave Show, we're looking at Harvey Weinstein.
And I'm glad you went into that, because I got a comment that I'm going to say right after you come with that.
Okay, cool. His case is going down today, where they're supposed to see whether he's going to be acquitted or not for everything he's been accused of, right?
Yeah.
So very likely they're saying he might be acquitted. Totally different jury than Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Different situations, scenarios. I get all of that, but he may be acquitted. So my thing is that more than likely his accusers are seeking just justice. They're seeking justice. All right. It's like, listen, this is what he did to me. I want to see this man locked up for the rest of his life, right? Not, this is what I know, he's dead. He did this to me 40 years ago. I want $50 million.
You know what? I'm gonna take this to another direction a little bit. Still the same vein, because we're all on Oprah, and we're not really feeling Oprah right now about different stuff she's doing, her and Gail, and something you just said resonated with me with something I just heard her say.
And we're going to read your comments after Pete speaks.
In an interview about what 50 Cent said or something like that, or how she had pulled her name off the credits for the whole situation with Russell Simmons.
Right.
And she wanted to make it known that, 50 Cent didn't pressure me. It had nothing to do with that, blah, 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 because I was a victim. I was molested from 9 to 14. I was raped at 9 and molested from 9 to 14 and then raped again at 14. And, 50 Cent or no one can't silence her, I just
said Russell Simmons can't silence her.
Russell, or was it Russell? It was Russell. No,
it was Russell.
Okay. I just figured out just now while we're speaking the whole scenario of why Oprah is going after powerful black men and leaving her white counterparts alone. A white man did not rape her and or molest her in her childhood. It was a black man. So she's seeking her justice by trying to make sure that if you are a black man doing this to children and or women, that you are punished and prosecuted, because that's who hurt her, not a white man. A white man didn't do that to her. So in her mind, even though the two are doing the exact same thing, they're not equal, because a white man never did that to her. So she doesn't, I won't say she doesn't care, but she doesn't have the same desire and fire in her gut to put them away that she does for the black man who did that to her, or black men, whomever did that to her, and seeing others coming up and it happened to others. That's why she's so gun-ho on doing it to her. I just figured that out right now. That's the reason why. Like, everybody, why is she not getting Harvey and this one and that one? Because a white man didn't do it to her. Had it been a white man done it to her, she probably would have the same passion. But because it wasn't, she's going after who hurt her.
You know what? Listen. What you just said, I've been came to grips with that when it comes to Oprah, and everything. The whole Gayle situation, that's a different story. But here's my thing. I'm just saying, whatever the situation is, just find out the facts. Find out the truth, as much truth as you can. Find out the details, whatever like that. This is going to be a hard situation for whoever's coming after Rick James' estate, to find out all the details and all the facts and all of this, and to really drum up witnesses and whatever. Shout out to Tracy Abrams on the check-in. She said she knew him personally, whatever, and back at that time, and this was never discussed, and whatever the case may be, or nobody even mentioned anything like that, whatever. You don't know. I've seen so many. You have so many fraudulent cases. Just as you do legitimate cases.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't know. And then the court of public opinion is so strong.
Yeah, once you get accused there,
it's so strong. It's like what do you do? And what people have to realize with false accusations, or coming up with even down to Jussie Smollett, if of making a false accusation about whatever, if that's true or whatever. You don't realize what you do to hurt the credible people that have a legitimate grievance or claim about something. You don't realize the hurt you do to them.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying, man. Come on, man. We've seen it from Emmett Till. We've seen it from Black Wall Street was burnt down and destroyed over a black man and a woman in an elevator. Go do y'all research. That whole town was destroyed. Demolished, burnt to the hill. That's the reason they used. They wanted to take it apart anyway.
Absolutely.
But that's the reason they used, and that's the ammunition that they ran with. So it's like, just all I'm saying is, listen, if you are coming after somebody who has victimized you, who has been a predator towards you or whatever the case may be, just make sure you have all your facts and your details straight, and make sure it actually happened. That's all.
Wow.
No, but that's
no. You're right. You kind of got to say that. Yeah, let's make sure it actually happened.
No, but that's all I'm saying. And then everybody would rally behind you. Everybody will rally behind you, you know, if we know that it's true or there's some truth to it or whatever the case may be. Then people will rally behind you. But do not, you know, for monetary gain, for status, because you want attention, because we've seen it happen before.
Absolutely. I want to read some of the comments too. Sandy said he's not here to defend himself, so I'm not sure if she has a case. Felicia Nelson said, like the Tawana Brawley case. Wow. And you already read Tracy Abrams. Felicia said, oh, wow. Felicia said, the woman. Fabian said, look, you can be accused, but you have to speak on your behalf. But as far as Rick James, obviously he can't. So that's the problem right there. I believe that should have been brought up when he was alive. Absolutely. Come on. Nikki Rabbit said they were walking in the wilderness for 40 years looking for the promised land. F out of here. Sandy said it may be true, but come on, it's about money now, and he's not here to defend himself. We got a lot. Come on, scroll down. Go ahead. My computer acting up. Okay. Yeah, my computer's stuck. It won't scroll no more. I guess we're getting a lot. We're getting a lot of things in.
Let's jump on 50 real quick. Okay. So the fact that he said these bitches be crazy, I want to know when it came to this situation, females, how y'all feel about that? And the reason why I'm asking you, because this whole thing, just like when Snoop was like, you funky. What did he say? You
funky dog face B.
Funky dog face. That's what he said. Funky dog
funky
head.
Dog face.
Dog face B. All right. I think he called it a dog head.
No, he called it dog face.
You sure?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was dog head. But you sure? Let's run the tape on that.
He said funky dog. All right. He said
dog face.
Dog face B.
I say funky dog head.
He said I say funky dog head.
That's what he called it.
Nah.
All right, who remembers?
I remember he said you funky dog face B. Let's see.
Caller from the 973. State your name where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Show. What's up?
Yo, this is Woo, calling from East Orange.
Woo!
With you.
Peace.
What up, man?
What's going on, famo?
You supposed to be here.
Long time, man.
Yeah. Let me know when the next one is. I'll be there. I just wanted to just quickly comment. You know, of course, I have something to say about this.
Okay. Which one? We talking about live?
I'm sorry. The Gayle King.
Yes.
Gayle
Let's
King
go.
And also other things. Of course, it hurts when one of your own comes against you. But what I love, right, is that this show and you brothers get to now have an opportunity to change the narrative.
Absolutely.
We're not brutes. We're not thugs. We're not rapists. We're not the face of, abuse against women. Everybody talks about us. Kobe was a beautiful, beautiful brother. But what I love is that now we have an opportunity to speak for ourselves. In corporate America, listen, if Gayle would have said that 20 years ago, that would have been the story. The narrative would have switched from that beautiful brother dying before he was even in the grave. He wasn't even buried. He died with his arms around his daughter. The narrative would not have been what Kobe meant to women's sports, how he wants equality in pay for the WNBA and the NBA. Would not be that he was a loving father of 20 years with 4 daughters. Would not be that he was consistent and masculine and a champion and no one could do anything about it. 20 years ago, the story would have been rapist. Which, the case, the case, brothers. There was semen found in that lady of other people, Forget all of that. I love the fact that you, Smooth P and Norm, stand against this huge machine, and black men finally have the opportunity to say, we are human beings. And that's what Snoop did. And I stand with him, I stand with you, and it breaks my heart that you after you kill us, the man is dead. They still want to pile on to that man's memory. Right?
Yeah.
And BKS1 says, nah, we ain't going. It's very, very painful. You know, I'm the crazy one, the conspiracy theorist, but it ain't even about I told you so. Black celebrities that carry water for white supremacists are canceled. Just like if you are labeled as an anti-Semitic, the ADL comes after you, we're coming after you. Not physically. We will no longer support you, Oprah and Gail. Absolutely. That's what I want to say. I wish I was there. I want to talk about this more, but that's where I am, y'all. Love y'all.
Love
you too, bro. I'm going to holler at you later. I'm going to holler at you later. All right, bro.
Respect. Take it easy.
Listen. I'm glad he brought that point up, too.
Yeah, man.
As far as, you know, it's like there is an agenda out there to cancel us. Period.
Absolutely.
Like, there is. Let's be honest. Let's be open and honest
Cancel
about
us,
it.
period.
And see,
in life.
And it's funny that he said that, like, with this show. Let me tell you why masses and masses of people, and that's just on Facebook. I mean, we get a lot of love on other platforms, you know, the YouTube and Twitter and Periscope, all that. But, like, there should be crazy amount of synergy right around what we're discussing in the shows or whatever. A lot of people want to talk about nonsense or whatever, but we got to bring it to you in a way that you know, only we can.
Yeah.
Because everybody's not going to talk about what we talk about.
Nope.
And everybody's not going to be open and honest about what we talk about, whatever. I'm not really trying to sugarcoat anything when it comes to
definitely though.
Yeah, when it comes to these issues.
Yeah.
You know, and we know, you know, to a certain point we do have to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because you're not trying to offend nobody or whatever the case may be. But the biggest problem that's happening though, when it comes to issues, is that nobody is honestly talking about the issues.
Absolutely.
Nobody is sitting down talking about, well, this is what I feel about the LGBTQ community. Oh, this is what I feel about Black Lives Matter. This is, you know, nobody's really being honest with each other. And it's funny because if we had some Caucasian guests on here, or if we had some LGBTQ guests on here, or whatever, or if we had some Muslim guests, or we had some Trump supporter guests on here, or whatever the case may be, we can have an open and honest dialogue to see why they think the way they do, and why we think the way we do.
Absolutely.
And then maybe we could come to a medium.
Absolutely.
You know, like, okay, well, I didn't know this is how you felt. Oh, I didn't know this is what you were experiencing. And vice versa. All right, so we open that platform up. And if somebody can make it happen, I would love to have a member of the LGBTQ community here. I would love to have Caucasian Trump supporter here. I would love to have all of this because we need.
As long as you're not a radical one.
Yeah. I mean, of course. Yeah. Let's read some comments.
Denise said, BKS1 brings us real news. Felicia Nelson said, clap it up. I was trying to talk about that. Felicia also said, they talk about us because they can't be us. Richard Nunn, Wolf Nation on the check-in. What's up, fam? Tammy Walker said she might have signed NDA that ran out. NDA that ran out. Oscar Watson said that's a petty escape. Go for Oprah. Oscar also said that's what she's telling you. Ramut said it's a shame how we do our people. And then Felicia also said, you might be right, P. Felicia also said before that, Oprah is not for black people, and that's a fact. Yeah. And it's funny because I forgot I was watching something they were saying, they were talking about kind of like the transition of Oprah from when she first started to when she became like really famous to super rich, and how in the beginning she really dealt with and messed with a lot of poor people, underprivileged black people, and as the more popular, and the more money she made is like if it was about a book deal or a movie deal or this, that, and the third, she wasn't talking to you. Like she just totally flipped the narrative. She stopped talking to the poor people and worrying and or dealing about their problems like they didn't matter anymore. And now that's where her career was built on the backs of those people. But now it's like,
Well, see, here's the thing, right? So, Oprah got her issues, right? But we got our issues too.
Yeah.
And again, we talked about this before, but a big part of our issues is self-hate.
Yeah.
Period. Self-hate is a big issue, disease. I call it a disease running rampant in the black community, period. Self-hate. Oprah's dealing with self-hate,
absolutely,
in her own way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you just broke it down. She's been hurt by a black person, by a black man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then we deal with self-hate because as soon as one of us becomes successful, or too successful, and this, that, and they decide to live a certain way they want to live, or whatever, we're quick to go in and tear them down, right? So, even like with Tyler Perry thing, right? Mm-hmm. So we don't allow a person just to be them and who they are.
Yeah.
Right. And in the way we kind of came after Tyler, that kind of bothered me.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It kind of bothered me. But we do that with a lot of our own.
Yeah.
And when we talk about Wendy Williams, and we're about to talk about her in 1 second, is that she exhibits signs of self-hate.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot. And a lot of us don't realize that we do that. That, like self-hate is destroying who we could be, who we could become.
But I think part of that comes from not remembering where you came from. Like us.
Self-hate.
Like BKS1 Radio. Like, we cannot forget that, through all the accolades that we've done, all the celebrities we interviewed, all the different things that we've covered, concerts we've thrown, to being in this building, we can never forget that we started in a closet. Like literally, like our show, the first ever BKS1 Radio show was called Live in the Vocal Booth, and it was called that because we actually did the show out of the vocal booth,
8x6 room.
Exactly, the vocal booth in Norm's house. Norm he didn't have one of his location studios. He had moved his studio to his home that he converted, and one of the rooms he converted into the vocal booth where they did the artists recorded. So we actually started our first ever show, our staple show is called Live in the Vocal Booth, which we don't do anymore, which we actually need to bring back. But we did that show out of that closet. So as big as we've grown in these 11, almost 12 years, we can never forget our humble beginnings of where we started and how we started doing it to how we expanded and how we've grown. So you should never get too big for your beginnings, because your beginnings are where you came from, and you should never forget that part, and you should never forget your roots. The reason I say that, because I don't care how big and how famous you get, how much money you get, you could always go back to that.
No, I'm glad you just listen to everything you just said, right? And I'm going to go back to Tyler Perry, right? So we see Tyler implement Medea, the character Medea, in a lot of his pictures. That's why does he do that? Because that's where he started.
That's where he started.
That's where he
and
started.
He would be a fool not to do it. He would be a fool to let that character die.
Made him who he is. And that's what people don't get sometimes. When I see people bashing him and going in and try to dissect him. And
he should never get rid of Medea.
I'm like, why are y'all doing this? You killing yourself when you do that.
I'm tired of Medea.
Or whatever case may be. Okay, I get it. Better, do better writing. Do better this. Do better. All of us could be better at something, right?
Absolutely.
All of us. But it's this level of self-hate that we don't realize, that I'm telling you is making us, is taking us further from the promised land where we really could be. Just self-hate. and we don't see it, man. And it's like we're gonna do just a show, basically on self-hate and how it's a cancer. It really is a cancer, in our community.
In our community, absolutely.
You know, because I see so many things that black-owned businesses. I see, I see people. I see our own seeking in relationships.
Others, yeah.
They just want to be in a relationship with another race.
Yeah.
Right? Or something that looks different than how they look or whatever because of self-hate.
Yeah.
You know, if you
even down to us killing each other in the community.
It's self-hate, you know. If you don't value yourself, if you don't value what you look like, if you don't value your skin color, if you don't value your culture, or none of that, whatever, what's going to happen? You're going to destroy it.
You're going to destroy it.
All right, let's read some comments.
Flo Queen said, have no problem with Tyler. He loves our community, constantly gives back. Felicia Nelson said, I agree. Felicia also said, right, I remember her first show. And then that was it for that.
All right, let's talk about this Wendy thing, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, why should she apologize? So Wendy Williams apologizes after backlash for gay men will never be the woman that we are. Remark. She said gay men will never be the woman that we are. So, I don't know what happened, but she apologized for that remark. And there are a lot of people that are saying, why should she apologize? Is she wrong? Is she right? What do y'all think? Y'all be honest. This y'all show too. Call in. Was Wendy wrong for making that comment? Should she have apologized? We're gonna update y'all on what's going on. So Wendy Williams issued an emotional rare apology for offending members of the LGBTQ community a day after making comments on her daytime talk show about gay men, saying they will never be the woman that we are, no matter how gay. She contritely took to her Instagram account to explain to her fans that she was wrong for the comments and that she would do better. All right, let me just play the clip. This is Wendy Williams apologizing. Again, no matter what platform you're listening to us on, share the show out. Here's the clip of Wendy Williams apologizing for her remark.
Hi. I'll start by saying I apologize. I did not mean to offend my LGBTQ plus community. On yesterday's show. I did not realize until I got home and I watched the second running of our show here in New York. And I always watch, when I can, to critique my delivery or, the cameras, the lights, the audience, the camera. I'm very persnickety about how I do my show. And one thing that I can tell you right now is that I never do the show in a place of malice. I understand my platform with the community, from first grade to intermediate school to high school to college to radio and now to TV. And I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just having a conversation. If you know me long enough, then you know. Bon vivant. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds fabulous. In my mind, it means live and let live. Bon vivant. And I live and let live every day. Life is too short. I'm 55 years old, and maybe I sounded like your auntie, your mother, your big sister, or somebody out of touch. I'm not out of touch, except for perhaps yesterday by saying what I said. So I deeply apologize, and I deeply appreciate the support that I get from the community. I will do better. I appreciate you supporting me. Thank you. Hi.
All right, what's your take on that, man? I mean,
my take is that I don't think anything that she said in the beginning was wrong. What was wrong about her statement?
We're gonna talk about her face in a second.
Yeah, we will. Gay men will never be the woman that a woman is, and it's a fact. A gay man can never be a woman. Period. I don't care if you have a full-fledged operation change where you got all the parts. They're still fake. Just because you are now equipped with the parts of a woman, you're still not a woman. You still technically are a man that looks like a woman now. So she's not wrong. You cannot bear children. You cannot bleed every 28 days. You're going to be physically stronger. What she said wasn't wrong, but I get it. She doesn't want to lose the support of that demographic and that audience, because it is a powerful demographic and audience. But at the end of this
I know where you're going.
Like,
I'm about to say.
Why is the truth a problem,
bruh? Let me tell you what I was just sitting here thinking.
Is the truth a problem? I don't get it.
So here's the thing, man. I cannot listen. For the listeners, for people's commenting. Shout out to everybody on FB. I'm gonna take this call real quick, and then call from the 314. State your name where you calling from. All right. So why isn't it getting to the point to where you cannot have your view, you cannot have your opinion on things? And here's my thing, right? You could put something, anybody listening to the show, you could put something in the comment section I disagree with. I totally disagree with what you're saying. But I respect.
It's your perspective.
Your view and your opinion. I have a different opinion on an outlook on life. You have a different opinion and outlook on life. If you say this is how you feel about whatever, such.
That's how I feel.
I'm not gonna be mad at you or hate you for it or whatever the case may be. And like the fact that we are quickly to cancel somebody that disagrees
with what we feel or think.
With what we feel or think, it bothers me. And this is how we live. It's funny, I was going back and forth with this debate over, there was this lady on Facebook, and she's really not even a friend of mine. I don't know why I accepted her friendship. But no, she's really not a friend of mine or anybody I even know, but she's like, she listens to the show. She listens to BKS. And she made a comment about Obama, to where Obama ain't this, he ain't that, ain't whatever like that. And she's going in. And she made the comment, well, how could you even like Obama? He killed his own brother. Right? So but this is what she said. So I said, did you really research that out, like fully or whatever? Because even Obama himself said he's sorry for his choices he made about Libya. His decisions he made about Libya and this, whatever the case may be, whatever. So we going back and forth. So because I didn't agree with her, she says, well, you know what? I have to have a conversation with a person that is woke, that is and that is that, whatever like that. So maybe I should unfriend you. So I said, let's not do maybes. Let me unfriend you. And I just unfriended her. So somehow she found me on my other page.
Oh, shit.
And she said, why did you unfriend me? I said,
I would offer you.
I said, because we had a difference of opinion, you came at me because we just did not agree on something. It's okay for us not to agree, people.
Absolutely.
And this is the thing. And when it comes to Wendy,
I'm usually not on her side.
But that's how she felt.
Exactly.
That's how she felt. Yeah. Now listen to the comment. Gay men will never be the woman
that
we are. Fact. Because you can't.
You can't.
I'm saying this.
Yes.
You can't. A woman is a woman. And see, listen, man. Listen. Let's talk about biology for a second. Let's talk about biology just for a second.
Unless you're a frog, it ain't happening.
Listen. God made women.
Yeah.
God made men. God made women with breasts and vaginas and this and different reproductive parts. And the same thing with men. So these two things we can't dispute. So of course, a gay man would never be the woman that we are. Of course. Now, she apologized because you know what? The LGBT Q community
attacked her like crazy.
Is part of her, probably like 70% of her base.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe 60, or I don't know, percent of her base. So she apologized because she's protecting that money.
That brand, man.
In that brand. And I get all of that, man. But listen, everybody has to stop apologizing for how they really feel.
Absolutely.
I have different thoughts and views than you do or whatever like that. But listen, if that's how you really feel, that's how you really feel.
Even if somebody's a racist, I don't want you to apologize.
I'm not mad at you.
Because I'd rather just know that that's how you really feel. Don't apologize and try to fake the funk to try to get me and mine back. I actually respect you more for telling me how you really feel. Because I'm gonna tell you how I really feel. So I respect you more, and it just tells me how I need to move with and or around you. So, and Wendy said, like I said, and I'm usually not on the side. I usually like, Wendy. This time, Wendy, you got my support 200%. You shouldn't apologize for nothing. You said nothing wrong. When you're wrong, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. When you're right, I'm going to tell you you're right.
Now,
and you were absolutely right in this.
Now listen,
this point.
I apologize if I make a statement. This is what I truly believe in. I do apologize. So if I say something, you be like, knowing that was wrong, that hurt my feelings. All right, because you're my brother.
Yeah.
So if you say that to me, real talk,
yeah,
I'll be like, I apologize for hurting your feelings.
Yeah, but
what I said.
There you go. I apologize for hurting your feelings.
What I said to you,
I meant
this is what I meant.
Yeah. And I've apologized to people just like you said, just like you're saying right now. Listen, I apologize to you if it hurt your feelings, but what I actually said, I did meant. Because if it hurt you, I do apologize. I didn't want to do that because you're my people, whatever. But I meant every word I said.
Norm don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, listen,
I'm not.
If you want to stop me from being me, and change me from being the person who I am, to fit your
narrative,
and your fragile ego.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And we have to break out of that. See, and I hate to say it, but these types of things, this cancel culture actually is making everybody soft and weak. I'm telling you this. Real talk. The cancel culture we live in today is making everybody weak and soft. You can't say how you feel. You can't think how you think. You can't even say a woman is beautiful without it being Mr.
What does that mean?
In whatever.
Yeah.
You can't say somebody, oh, she's fine. Oh, she's gorgeous. Or whatever. Or whatever. Or just say somebody is innocently flirting. As far as like I see reporters, right? Somebody come on a show like CNN, right? And then a guy may be single, right? That she's interviewing, whatever. And it's like, well, thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you, Jennifer. And this was a great time for me on your show. You're beautiful and so talented. Blah, blah. Excuse me. Don't make remarks about how I look. No, I've seen that.
No, I know.
I've seen that, and
I'm
it's
a
like,
professional, and you should be.
And it's like, listen,
blah, blah, blah.
listen, man, listen.
It's too much.
Listen, one thing that's not going to change about me is the fact that I'm a man. All right, I'm a man. I'm a heterosexual man. That happens to be married. I'm attracted to women. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
And that's it. If you are a homosexual man and you're attracted to men, and that's who you are, that's just who you are.
Absolutely.
It is what it is. So it's like, it's like if you happen to be flirtatious towards another man and you're a homosexual man, that's who you are and whatever. But the whole trying to cancel a person,
yeah, because
they may say how they feel or whatever, make a remark or whatever, and I get it. You know, when it comes to the touching and this and that, whatever in the workplace, I get all of that.
Yeah, that's different.
Trust me, I understand all of that shit, man. But listen, the way this society is now is making a lot of people soft and weak. All right, I wasn't raised to be a weak man.
Absolutely
I wasn't raised
not.
to be a soft man. And it's like, you know, like, there's, you know, masculinity, femininity, all of that. I get all of that, man. But stop trying to force your views
on others
and views down other people's throat. If that's not how you feel or think or whatever, that's just not how you feel. Listen, I had a back and forth with an atheist the other day, and it was like, oh, I just don't believe in God because of this, or I don't believe in religion because of this, and I don't
fine.
whatever. And I'm like, that's what you think and feel? It's fine.
Yep.
I'm still gonna rock with Jesus. I'm still gonna crack open that Bible, whatever. I'm still gonna pray. I'm still gonna do me. But you know why? Because it works for me.
Exactly.
If being an atheist works for you, then that's for you.
And that's what I always tell people who are non-believers. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather, you know, be dumb. Because are you dumb? You believe this? I'd rather be
Shout
dumb.
out to Cordelia Donovan on checking. Cordelia, what's up? Go ahead.
I'd rather be dumb and covered than naive and not covered when it comes to the end. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just this big old, you a big old dummy, you know, and the time comes and all the things I believe don't happen, then okay, then so be it. But I'd rather be that big old dummy, you know, than to be like, nah, there ain't no God, and and then the time come and I'm like, holy shit, it's hot. It's kind of hot down here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'd rather be covered than not covered. That's like car insurance. We all have car insurance if we drive, right? Nobody ever wants to get into an accident. But just in case somebody runs into the back of my shit,
you got car insurance.
I got coverage. So I'd rather be covered than not.
Let's read some comments, man.
Cordelia said, I agree. Flo Queen said, clap it up, fellas. Cordelia said, I want to know how people think. I guess talking about when I was saying if you're racist. Go up some more. Hassan said, peace and blessings, BKS from listeners. Amos said, I don't know why she apologized. It's the truth. And then again, it's all about the Benjamins. Gay hand reach over very far. That's a fact. Nikki Raspberry, she made factual statement. Tracy Abrams said, Wendy is always saying something off the cuff. She should apologize for it, but this time I don't think she should have apologized. I agree with you 200%. Darryl D. Mack said, we have to stop being so sensitive that we are offended by facts. Fact is, a man can never be the woman that a woman is, and a woman could never be the man that a man is. And I'm going to clap that up.
But see, that is the truth. And it's like, man, we got to stop persecuting people for their truths.
Yeah.
You know, like, you got your own truth, I got my own truth. And everybody lives their life a certain way. And it's like, the key word is respect.
Absolutely.
So the key word is respecting other people's choices and lifestyles and the way they choose to live their life and your views and your opinions, whatever like that. We go back and forth all the time. Whatever you may think this, I mean, think that, whatever the case may be. It don't make me love you no less. Or you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, it's like, we are quick to cancel people out. Like, just cancel this. I'm just canceling everything because you don't think like me. And the beautiful thing about being a human and a person is that we're all different individuals. We have an individual way of thinking and living. And it's okay. All right? What I eat don't make you shit. What you eat don't make me shit. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like we all different. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Yeah, so I actually have a question. I know we have some LGBTQ listeners out there. I have a question for you guys because it's kind of confusing to me.
I'll call one of them.
I just want to know. Okay, I'm gonna do this for the female listeners. Why is it that you have women? Okay, women who say that they're gay, right? You have a female who says she's gay, but she's attracted to a female who thinks she's a man instead of attracted to a feminine
you went
female.
down that road.
Yes.
Y'all call in for this one.
646-233-1302.
And answer P's question.
I don't understand that. And the same for gay men. I'll do the same thing. You'll have a gay man who will be attracted to a man who acts and or dresses as a female. I don't get that. That's confusing that's very confusing to me, because to me that just kind of says that you're kind of really confused. Because if you're a female who like females who think they're men, that doesn't make sense, and vice versa. If you're a man who like men who think they're females, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Listen.
Like, why would you not just...
You just messed my head up, bro.
I'm just saying.
All right,
I just want to understand.
If one of y'all understood
I'm sorry.
his question, please call in and rock out with that. Rock out with that. Let's talk about this real quick.
Yes, let's go to the
Yeah. So black model.
I'm so mad at this.
Black model refuses to wear racist monkey costume in fit fashion show. Designer's concept was to highlight ugly features of the body. Wow. So y'all heard that? Let's read some of this. P. Wow. That's what they wanted her to wear. Black model refuses to wear racist monkey costume in fit fashion show.
Okay.
Designer's concept was to highlight ugly features in the body.
All right. It says a black model is shunning the Fashion Institute of Technology runway show after refusing to wear a racist monkey costume. The only trend that seems to be fashionable for some these days is gaslighting black people through fashion. On February 7th, Amy Lefebvre was geared up to walk the runway when she was pursued by FIT designer to wear racist accessories like monkey ears and oversized lips as a look for one fashion company. I stood there almost ready to break down, telling the staff that I felt incredibly uncomfortable with having...
I'm getting into you right now. Bam.
With having incredibly uncomfortable with having to wear these pieces, and that they were clearly racist. Lefort told the New York Post, I was told that it was fine to feel uncomfortable for only 45 seconds. Lefebvre has been modeling for 4 years and said that while she has experienced racism in her career, this moment was a breaking point. I was literally shaking. I could not control my emotions. My whole body was shaking. I have never felt like that in my life, she said. People of color are struggling too much in 2020 for the promoters not to have vetted and clear accessories for the show.
Hey, listen.
Wow.
Clap it up for her.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Listen. Listen, man. Stop trying to play us. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But the problem is, you had that model out there somewhere, that black model, who would have did it just to say it was, just to be there. Like some people will sell their soul just to be in that position on that spot. Just like that kid, which was the H&M or whatever, coolest monkey in the jungle. And the parent allowed that, talking about, it was nothing. I don't see nothing wrong. No, you didn't see nothing wrong with it because the check was large enough.
Right.
You wasn't, you didn't think that shit out at all. Talking about your kid was the coolest monkey in the jungle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, some people will sell their soul. So I definitely salute her for saying absolutely not. I'm not wearing no damn big ass monkey ears and monkey lips so you can make me look like a fool to sell your clothing.
Man, listen. It's time to control our own, period. It's time to own things. It's time to control our own. All these big fashion designers that they're talking about, whatever like that, let's be our own fashion designers and let's support our own. And it's funny because tomorrow when we talk tomorrow's topic, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be about, I ain't even going to tell y'all, but it's going to be so deep, y'all going to be like, wow, I never thought about that. But I realized that it's a problem. It's the reason why I didn't show y'all this clip on today's show, because y'all, it would have went into a full 2 hours. But I'm going to show y'all on the next Man Cave show. So y'all did hear about the Malcolm X assassination may be reinvestigated as Netflix documentary. Lawyers cast doubt on convictions. Okay, Malcolm X assassination may be reinvestigated as next Netflix documentary. Lawyers cast doubt on convictions. I don't like how they wrote that, but
the English is a little off.
Yeah, I don't like how they wrote that. But anyway, Malcolm X's assassination case to be reinvestigated by a team that exonerated Central Park 5. And this is going to happen because the same team that exonerated the Central Park 5 is about to reinvestigate the whole Malcolm X assassination.
Right.
So you know it's going down. P, read a little bit of this. It was 55 years ago?
Yeah, it was 55 years ago this month when the fiery civil rights activist and Nation of Islam leader Malcolm X was gunned down in Manhattan's Audubon Ballroom. Ballroom. 3 Nation of Islam members were convicted of his murder, but now a Netflix series has prompted the New York City District Attorney's Office to review those convictions and reinvestigate who actually is responsible for Malcolm X, for killing Malcolm X. Who Killed Malcolm X looks into the assassination of the man born Malcolm Little and the subsequent conviction of Thomas Hagen, Thomas Johnson, and Norman Butler. Yeah, you got
it.
I can't see that.
Okay, let me blow that up. I'll blow it up. There you go, right there.
All right, there's been considerable doubt about the guilt of the 2 of the 3 men convicted in the assassination of Malcolm X, said Phil Berterson and Rachel Dresden, co-director of producers of the Who Killed Malcolm X. So much so that the Innocence Project, a nonprofit that seeks exoneration, the wrongly convicted, met with Manhattan District Attorney Cy Vance about the case, according to Vance's spokesman, Danny Frost. He has determined that the District Attorney's Office will be a preliminary review of the matter, which will inform the office regarding what further investigation steps may be undertaken. So Frost said in a statement, blah 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 blah. Frost said a statement to ABC News.
Let's keep it 100, right? Just like in the death of Martin Luther King, I do believe the FBI facilitated the assassination of MLK. And just like in Malcolm X, I do believe, even though it was our own that took the life of Malcolm X, I do believe it was facilitated by the government.
Yeah.
And this is me saying what I believe. I believe the FBI had a hand in it. In creating, in actually had a hand in it by instigating it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So even they had beef though. So, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, whatever like that, he had beef with Malcolm.
Yeah. Right?
And then there were avid followers of his that had beef. If you look at this documentary, they had beef with Malcolm. So it's possible, even though I got the conspiracy theory like you that the government, it is possible that Elijah Muhammad's followers, came and took him out.
Yeah.
when you really look at this documentary.
Well, you got to think about it too that the FBI and stuff had infiltrated the Nation of Islam also.
Absolutely.
They had
so,
officers in it.
Yeah. No, they did.
Yeah.
They had agents.
That's what I'm saying.
They had agents, and I forgot what they was called or whatever. Yeah. And I love how this documentary breaks it down. I forgot what the agents was actually called. Yeah. But it's real in the field.
The Nation was too powerful. Not to cut you off. The Nation is still powerful. The Nation was too powerful. Any black entity that had power, the Nation of Islam, the Black Panthers, Malcolm X, not Malcolm X. Martin Luther King. Any entity like that really had black people rallying together, they felt was a threat that they had to neutralize, and they put people in to infiltrate all of those different organizations of people. And that's why they all were taken down, because they had to dismantle it. Their worst fear ever was for black people to really come together and uprise, because they knew if that happened, that there would be hell on earth for them. So they had to dismantle they knew the only way to do it was from the inside. Period. But I'm sorry, you can finish.
Shout out to Andre Kelly on the check-in.
Peace.
Andre, what's good? And call in, Andre,
646-233-02.
All right, yeah, let's talk about this thing, man. So, it was just an interesting documentary. You didn't see it yet, right?
I didn't see it yet. No, I'll probably check it out this week.
I watched all the episodes, and it's funny because right when he was about to question the guy that put together the documentary, the one that he felt like was one of the people that pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
That person died.
Of course.
No. Died of old age, natural causes. Like when he got to that point.
Okay.
No, but when he got to that point, and it's funny, it was living in Newark. Living in Newark.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I heard Newark been in such an uproar behind this thing. But listen, this has been like 50-something years ago. This whole situation. I mean, once if you do find out the truth, it's justice for who? The family.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, it is what it is. But again, here's where we just have to start being honest about our government, man.
Listen,
and that's it. Let's
stop being naive.
Yeah,
and
you gotta start
honest.
being honest about our government, man.
Our government
and you
ain't
think
shit.
That our government, would want to see people thrive and want the best for everyone, and America is the melting pot and all of this, man. Listen,
our government is ran by big corporations.
Listen,
government is a business.
Listen, and when they say how does it go? Money is the root
of all evil.
Of all evil.
That's a fact.
Or is it the love of money?
No, they just say money, period. But I guess both. If
the
you think
love
about it,
of money is the root of all
both.
evil.
Yeah.
Listen, man, it's real talk. But let's read some comments.
Majid H. Thornton said, according to Pro, this is why they form against MLK and Malcolm. Sam Said said the only way they could kill Malcolm was for him to get away from the protection of the nation.
COINTELPRO, he said.
COINTELPRO?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The only way for them to kill Malcolm was to get him away from the protection of the nation. I believe that too. James Edward Whitfield said, true, the Black Panther Party was dismantled also. Sam Said said, did you see the cop in the killing of Malcolm X said it was Christmas when Malcolm left the nation. Sam Said also said, look up an episode of Like It Is where Gil Noble interviewed Dartha Perry.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Listen, once we realize this, and I see some of the things we do to each other, it's like, but once we realize who the real enemy is,
exactly,
then maybe we can start loving each other more.
Yeah,
and this is real talk. Once we realize who the real enemy is, like I tell people all the time, or I see somebody, trying to hurt another brother, I'll be like, listen, that's not your enemy. Like, that's really not your enemy. I'm not your enemy.
No.
It's like, see who it really is. And draw your focus towards them. Because the whole thing is, what they do is to try to make me think that you're my enemy,
Exactly.
and I'm your enemy, and we got to get beyond that.
It's crazy. I had one of my employees ask me the other day, because my name is Pierre, so everybody now I never got it growing up before Haiti actually became really big and people knew where Haiti was. So as a kid growing up, I never got the question, but as I became in my 20s, I always get the question of, am I Haitian because my name is Pierre? So I had one of my employees ask me the other day, he's like, Pierre, are you Haitian? So I'm like, no. He's like, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm like, I'm just a black man from Brooklyn. So he's like, so you're American? I was like, I'm from America. I said, but I'm not American. Because I'll be honest with you, that's how I look at myself. I'm from America, but I don't put myself in that boat. Like I said, this country has done nothing for me. It does nothing for me. I know it's against me, my family, all my ancestors, all my future family that I may have. So I don't really claim it. I live here, but do I claim to be an American?
But you know what?
No.
Here's the thing, right? So we all got choices. Here's what I say, right? I want to love this country.
I would love to love it
because I live
here.
I want to love it. I
want to know better.
Honor, respect. I want to fight for it. And at certain times, we do gotta fight for it because I did see 9/11. I did see 9/11.
Yeah.
I experienced it. And I saw what went down, and I saw how people were helping people.
Yes.
So
that was a beautiful day. Even though it was a horrific day, the aftermath of it was beautiful.
You mean it was bittersweet?
Bittersweet. People came together is what I mean.
Yeah.
That's
it
what I
wasn't
mean.
a beautiful day, but
no, you know what I mean.
Yeah. It was bittersweet.
Bittersweet. Let me say that.
Yeah, it was bittersweet because it's like the way people. You didn't care what color you was. What
it didn't matter.
None of that mattered at the time. You just wanted to help people. And I seen that. I experienced it myself. So I saw the good in all of us during that time. And that's when I saw the love for country at that time. But at the same time, we have to look at who inflicted that upon us.
Exactly.
At the same time.
Exactly.
So it's,
be realistic about it.
So you know, it's man. Listen.
I'm glad you're there, brother. I'm not glad you experienced. I'm not glad you experienced it, but Nah.
I mean, and that's the sad reality.
Truth.
The sad truth we face. And it's like it's a love-hate relationship with the country, with our country, because you can choose to pick up and go live in somewhere else if you want to, whatever. So can I, whatever. But the fact is, we're here, and we made our roots here, and we established roots here, and we want to make this the best
here
we can. And but we're faced with so much opposition, and this is what people got to realize.
I won't front though. I got a lot of stuff. If I could take a majority of my stuff with me, I would go somewhere else. But I just know I got too much stuff. I got too much stuff that I wouldn't want to leave. Like some people, I can just go up and pack. That's one thing about me. Like I like my things. I like my things. That's why I have a lot of things. So if I was like get up and move to another country, like I would need to be able to take all 4 of my cars. I would need to be able to take all my tools, my motorcycles, like my TV. Like I still want to live like I live here.
But you know the reality, P, is one thing you can't change, bro. I don't care where you pick up. One thing you can't change is that.
Yes. You're right. You're right about that.
You're right. Listen.
That'll follow me everywhere I go.
We've been damaged so much internationally. We've been damaged so much in other countries.
You're right.
Just automatically they're going to assume you are this. And
You're right.
Are that,
You're absolutely
and whatever.
correct.
It don't matter where you go.
You're right.
And that's why I tell people, it don't matter where you go.
That is a fact.
And Rakim hit it on the head. It ain't where you from. It's where you at. And that's where you at is. You have to make where you at the best situation possible for you.
Yeah.
You have to flourish in that situation where you at. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. I'm gonna leave you with this. All right, so November we got election, right? What we gonna do? So I'm seeing people trying to push the narrative and the agenda. I'm just not voting. That's what they want you to push. I'm telling you right now. Listen,
I'm just hoping that Bloomberg is not the the top running guy. Like, how did he just slide into the back end and become like the top guy?
But you gotta be real with this. P.
Bloomberg he's just a bigger piece of shit as Trump is.
Right.
And he's smarter than Trump.
But listen, but telling people not to vote, that's the wrong thing. Because then if we don't vote, then we can't complain. So everything we're talking about, whatever right now, just like Virginia, I saw you, Virginia changed the law about electoral votes.
Yes.
So now they're going to base it on the popular vote. Virginia is.
Yeah.
But imagine if all the states adapted that law.
That's what it should be. It should change that.
And with Bloomberg, again, and I said this to you before the show, is that it's the same.
Yeah. But he's smart. He actually has a brain.
But he's smart. And that's what I said. Like, he's smart. So if you vote for Bloomberg, you're getting the same thing as Trump. All right. And you have to know the history of Bloomberg. Exactly. And when somebody says something like this, and I'm going to run this clip for y'all before we run.
Cohort of black and Latino males aged, let's say, 16 to 25 that don't have jobs, don't have any prospects, don't know how to find jobs, don't know what their skill sets are, don't know how to behave in the workplace where they have to work collaboratively. Cohort of black and Latino males aged, let's say, 16 to 25 that don't have jobs, don't have any prospects, don't know how to find jobs, don't know what their skill sets are, don't know how to behave in the workplace where they have to work collaboratively.
Listen, man.
I just want to read something Sam C said, because I feel him on that. He said, who to vote for with a question mark. He said, to vote just to vote is an even bigger trap. It's a catch-22. And I agree with you on that, Sam. I didn't vote in the last election because I didn't like dumbass who's in office now. And Hillary on the other end, I know her history. I know that she wasn't good. Even though I do think that she would have been a better president. And actually, she did win the populist vote, as we know. But me personally, I couldn't really see myself voting for either one of them. Like, it was like, who's the lesser of the two evils? And in my opinion, I don't choose evil. Period. I don't want the lesser evil. Evil at the end of the day is still evil.
But here's the thing,
and unfortunately, we just got stuck with a jackass because the powers that be knew that they can control him more than they would have been able to control Hillary.
Absolutely. But I'm going to be honest. I would have rather had Hillary than president of the United States.
Yeah,
than who we have now.
I agree, but I wasn't voting for. I wasn't voting for neither one.
All right, but the thing is, and then we got to vote. And when it comes to, everybody, I'm not voting, I'm not doing. Oh, come on, man. It's like, it's the truth though. When you see the whole thing that people had died for that right,
I get it.
That people really had died. Like, a lot of people died for that right.
But let's be realistic, Norm.
Mm-hmm.
What good did voting do anybody in that election? Let's be honest.
In what election?
In the last election that Trump won.
No, but the thing is, listen.
The reason I'm saying,
you can't use that argument because Obama won.
No, but
with electoral votes.
But he also won with the populists too. He won with the populists and electorals.
No, but electoral is what made him win. It don't matter.
Both, but listen, what I'm saying.
But electoral votes is what made him win.
I get what you're saying.
So that's show that the system worked. Now, the fact that Trump abused that system by getting Russian interference and all of that totally made the difference. But Obama still won with electoral votes.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But had he not won the populist vote also, there would have been some type of outrage of how did he win if he didn't win the populist vote? He won with the electorals. Trump was 3 million votes behind.
No, Hillary killed him.
Exactly.
Hillary killed him in the popular, but it still matters with electoral, state to state.
But this is what I'm saying. So we have nothing to do with the electoral. We're supposed to. If Jersey votes blue, your electoral is supposed to vote blue. If Jersey votes blue and your electoral votes red, then that's a problem, and that's what happened. That's why. This is why I say that. And people be like, oh, you got to this bullshit. For the big dance, your vote really doesn't mean shit. I hate to say that. People have the illusion that it does. This last election showed us that it absolutely doesn't. If everybody and their mama in the whole country voted for Hillary, but the electorals came back for Trump, guess who wins? Trump.
Absolutely.
So that's why I get it. We need to go out. But it doesn't actually mean shit.
But listen.
That's why it needs to be abolished.
We cannot say that. So do you think this country was ready for a black president, bruh? And this is what I'm telling you, bruh. So even with the electoral, it worked in Obama's favor. All right, it worked in his favor to have the first black man voted for president.
I get what you're saying, but he won the populace too, though.
It don't matter because they could have changed it. See, this is what I'm telling you.
I get exactly what you're saying.
You just said it with Trump.
I know, but this is what I'm saying is why it actually wasn't a big deal.
If this state was a blue state,
yes,
and they wanted to say, "Oh, look, Obama won this state, change it to red," they could have did that.
I get.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I get it.
They could have did that, but it was what it was. You couldn't dispute the fact, and he won 2 terms. So this is where we got to cut it out with the whole. I don't know, our vote don't whatever. No, he won 2 terms. So an African American man won 2 terms. They could have put McCain or whoever he's running against. I forgot the second one, Romney, whoever.
Yeah. Sam say absolutely. Local votes matter in the big scheme. That your senators and all that committed. Yes, absolutely. That's when your vote counts.
And it does, but it still counted in the fact with Obama because he won 2 terms, not 1.
Yeah.
Because they could have got him out that second one. Right, so the electorals and they changed this and they changed
but
that.
He still won the populace that one too, though.
No, he still got him out. They still got him out.
Yeah.
No, it was close. No, the second time around was closer.
It was closer
because they didn't want to see it happen.
Yeah, but it was closer. But he still had the populace vote.
Right, but he still got it. They had to base it on electoral.
I get it.
It don't matter.
It's always based on electoral.
Right. So my thing is that each state, and I know how it works because I had to study this forever and ever.
Yeah.
And it's like each state, whatever, get a certain amount of electoral votes.
Exactly.
You know, and this is why they focus on Iowa and New Hampshire so much.
Certain swing states.
Or these particular states or whatever like that. But Obama still got it 2 terms. And this is what I'm saying. Like, people don't get fooled by the fact that we come up with so much of these theories that don't get out there and push that voting thing. Get out there and push it regardless. All right, because that would be the excuse like, oh, this wasn't enough popular votes to get the electoral vote.
But you had people still. You still had people who was mad. Oh, you people who said this, and you didn't go out and vote, and you see what happened with Trump. No, dummy. Hillary,
but he had assistance.
Hillary, I get that.
He had assistance.
No, but what I'm saying is, you had people who were mad.
He cheated
at people like me who didn't vote. You didn't go out and vote, and that's why I see what happened because you didn't vote. No, dummies. Hillary won the populist vote and still lost.
No,
so it had nothing to do with that.
I get what they say.
It had nothing to do with that, though. It's because the electorals are the ones who voted in Trump.
But still, if there's enough people like you that don't get out there and vote, this is the trickle down effect, and this is what happens. It's the same thing. Like, I hear people talk about the playing field vote, right? Even with the mayor and this.
That you need to do,
right? No, but even with that, right? People was like, complaining this, the mayor, this, the mayor. All these people complaining, right? And these were the people that did not get out there and vote. So my whole thing is, that's the whole thing that they want, and it's part of, you know what? You know what voter suppression is.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? So
yes,
that's another tactic in voter suppression.
Absolutely,
is to make you not vote. Is to make you not get out there and vote.
I agree.
That's another tactic in voter suppression. Don't fall for it. Just get out there and push those buttons. However it may fall, however it may, whatever. At least you could say, "Listen, I did my part. I pushed that damn button."
But get
out there and vote.
I get that, but see, my thing is, I don't do anything. I don't think you know me long enough. Like I said, you know me 42 years. So, you know, I don't do nothing in life just for the hell of doing it. I just don't. I'm not going to do nothing just because everybody else did it or because people say it's the right thing to do or you should do this. If there are two shitty ass candidates, if you got a shitty candidate who's a Republican and you got a shitty candidate who's a Democrat, you're saying, oh, well, you got to make a choice. No, I don't, because they're both shitty. And at the end of the day, I know neither one of them means me any good, no matter which one they ass sit in that seat. And if it comes down to Trump and or Bloomberg, that is the situation. Neither one of them mean me any good sitting in that seat. And I'm not voting for either one of them, because either way, it's going to be a shit show for me. I got to live my life how I got to live it. I got to do my struggles. I got to make it each and every day for me and my family the way that I've been doing it. Neither one of them are going to do anything for me. Both of them are racist ass white men.
All right,
who don't have me no good.
So
at the end of the day,
let's be honest
I'm
about
being
this, right?
serious.
Let's be honest.
Let's be
about this,
honest.
right? So I'm 53 years old, right?
Yep.
You how old?
I'm 49.
All right. So we still here, right?
Yeah.
So we've been here through what?
A lot of shit.
No, we've been here through Trump,
Yeah.
Obama,
Two
Bushes. Reagan, Carter,
yeah,
all that shit. That's some shit we've been through. It don't matter. We still gonna be us, and we still gonna push through. And either way, you still was able to eat through all these years, right?
Yeah.
Through all those presidents I just named, we still was able to eat, right? Through all those presidents, I still was able to eat. So all this, the communists and whatever like that, we know
we ate the best under
Clinton. You could say Clinton, yeah.
Yep. And Clinton was a piece of shit.
Yeah, but
him
listen,
and his wife.
But see what I'm saying? Listen. So, and I'm glad you said that. But my whole thing is, we can say all that this was a piece of shit and this whatever like that. We still ate. We still was able to survive and all of that.
And I'm gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, one monkey, one president, don't stop no show.
No.
And that's the whole thing. So we could talk about all this. Trump is this, and Trump is that, whatever like that. He not stopping no show. It may affect us a certain way, but listen, we are chameleons. And this is one the beautiful thing I love about my brothers and my sisters. We are chameleons. We adapt
to whatever. That's a fact.
To whatever the case may be. We ain't jumping off of no bridges because you took a certain amount of money out of our pocket. We ain't doing none of that.
Nope.
So we adapt to the situations. And this is why I don't have no problem with it. Get out there, I'm gonna vote. So okay, if it's between Bloomberg and Trump, real talk, I'm gonna hit Bloomberg. And I'm gonna tell you, listen, I'm gonna tell you why. No, but listen, I'm gonna tell you why. If it's between those two, because it's like, damn, okay, what the hell? You know, Martin sit up there, whatever, and you got 75 African American men that died because they was trying to get us the right to vote.
I feel all that.
In the whole nine, whatever. Or maybe there's an independent running, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we don't even know. So
some guy just dropped out there. They was like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah. And it's gonna be an independent with
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna vote. And this is what I'm saying. It don't matter who's in office. They still a fucking politician.
Absolutely.
They are still a politician.
And they're not running shit. They're controlled by the corporations.
When it was Obama, or whatever, and they still can't make no.
He was controlled by the corporations.
But they still can't make no decision without Congress.
Exactly.
Without Congress. And you got the House
exactly.
and this, whatever that. So my thing is, start being more alert and aware who's running for Congress, who's going to be in the House, who's going to be in the Senate, who's going to be this or whatever like that. Because,
but even that, like I say, even that shit don't count because the presidency is ran by the Bilderbergs, all the top level rich white people. People, you can believe whatever you want. They're the ones who control this country and all other countries. Who? The Bilderbergs, the Rothschilds, you know, the people, the upper echelons people, the people who have all the fucking money, who run everything, who runs the world, who runs the World Bank.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Every politician is a puppet. Every president is a puppet.
Maybe some years ago, I could rock with you on that. But what we got to realize about who controls this country is not even them. It's so much. I hate to say this. It's gonna sound crazy, but foreign powers control this country more than this country controls this country. Listen, because big trade. No, because big trade, bro. Listen to
China
me.
owns a lot of America, a lot of Africa. China's buying up everybody.
China, European countries, whatever. They dictate so much about what goes on with this country.
No,
whatever.
absolutely. They own this country.
There's so many different layers, right?
Yeah.
There's so many different layers as far as control when it comes to this country, when it comes to America, when it comes to North America, when it comes to state, when it comes to city, when it comes to a borough, when it comes to wards, and everything. It's like so many different layers, right, of politics, whatever. And it's like we have to realize that if we don't play an active part in it, then we're all gonna lose. And I get so mad when I hear people just be like, I'm not gonna vote. I'm not going to no city council meetings. Or
You need to go to city council. You'll learn a lot of shit there.
Or I'm not gonna do this with the state. Or I'm not gonna do this to my congressman or send letters or whatever like that. So if you look at the history of people that have bombarded their congress people with issues and situations, they got stuff done. They got stuff done.
As I said, local government is different.
The key is, again, when it comes to voter suppression and when it comes to controlling your thoughts, is to make you feel like you have no say in anything, or you don't have any control. But that's a tactic, bro. That is another tactic. And when, you know the old saying our mother and father used to say, and our family used to say, open mouths, closed mouths don't get fed.
Mm-hmm.
Closed mouths don't get fed. If you got a closed mouth, you're not going to get fed. So I'm saying be as active as you can in local,
definitely
state,
local, and
state and federal government. As active as you can in it. Trust me, because if thousands of us and the millions of us say, you know what, I'm not going to vote, I'm not going to be active, or whatever.
Let me ask you though, how many circus shows have we seen on the federal level? Like, let's be realistic.
To this day,
that's what
I'm
talk about. To this day,
we saw circus shows in this impeachment, whatever.
Exactly.
We saw Republican senators say, forget the evidence, forget the facts, whatever. We're not gonna indict this president, whatever. We seen it all on all levels.
So that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, you still can't. Don't be a contributor to not being involved.
I guess.
You still can't be a contributor to that, because at least you could say, listen, I did my part. They were foul. They were immoral.
So what's that going to mean? That's going to make me feel good inside?
No. No. Because sometimes when you do your part, it works. And sometimes when you do your part, it don't. And that's just life, period.
Yeah.
In any situation. That's relationships, business, government, politics, everything.
Yeah.
Let's read some comments and let's be out.
All right. So Sage has said, Bilderberg, Sensei said, I respectfully disagree with the vote just to vote sentiment. My people didn't just die for the right to vote. They died for us to be free. Sam also said, who y'all checking out? I should ask. He also said, local votes matter in the big scheme of things. He also said, say it, Pierre. Hillary won the popular. He also said, she not as bad. The prison industry. No, he said, she not as bad, ? The prison industry complex, ? Exactly. He also said, I can complain. The First Amendment affords me that right. He also said, who to vote for. Yeah, I'm going back. I'm going from the bottom up. I'm going to the bottom up.
Yeah, a lot of current stuff.
Well, I started from the bottom. Well, you might have different stuff. Maybe it didn't do for me, so you read it then.
No, you said who to vote for. Sam said who y'all checking out.
Yeah, the same stuff.
Okay,
from the bottom up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just reading now. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that was it. There you go. He just said I don't have that on the bottom. I don't have. You scroll down. I don't have any of that.
All right. Sage said Bilderberg.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So after that, yeah, there you go. Sam, I don't have that.
But nah. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, man. Listen, we got to vote for somebody. I just know Trump shouldn't be in office. He shouldn't be in office. You know,
I'll be honest with you. I don't even think he He doesn't want to win another term.
He does.
He acts like he does. He doesn't want to do this shit no more. This was way more. First of all, he never expected to win, right? So once he won and got in there, this was way more overwhelming than he could have ever imagined. So he would never outright say that he doesn't want to win a second term. But trust me, if he loses this next term, he will feel such a weight off of his shoulders. You'll probably never see him again. Like he said, if he loses, he'll disappear. You don't want to know why he's going to disappear, because he knows he's going to go to jail. But he doesn't want to win another term. Trust me when I tell you that.
We're going to get some chicken. Yeah, we are. We about to get some wings, man. Listen, it's buy one, get one free. And Wild Wings. We out.
Some chicken.
Because listen, we're gonna be back. Oh,
the chicken's coming home to roost.
We got some heavy stuff to talk about this week. Period, man. On Man Cave Show, also Storm Warning Show. Shout out to Sage, the Dollhouse. With what is it? He Said, She Said. Check all of that out. It's gonna be interesting this week. Shout out to a fashion moment with Ty Chung.
Yes.
Beards and Ballheads, the Owl Show tonight, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. There's just a lot going on at BKS, man. Shout out to Melissa Melbourne. A lot of new shows that's going down, but we all keeping it 100 and talking that real stuff, man.
Absolutely, that's what we do here.
I couldn't even get to some of it. I had so much stuff loaded up today that we was going to talk about, but we'll be back. We'll be back. Again, remember, this show is never about us.
Nah, man. It's always about you.
Because
you are
the next
best kept secret. And we love all you guys.
It's not a damn thing you can do about it. Real talk. Share it out for some.
Even the LGBT community. Don't think that we don't. We love you. We just don't want you down our throats.
Yes.
Pause.
Yes, no doubt. No doubt. All right. Make sure y'all tune in, though, tomorrow, Wednesday.
Live in the Cypher, baby.
And
also
the Dollhouse. 7 p.m. to 9
Man
p.m.
Cave Morning.
It always goes down. They got a hot new DJ, hot discussion, hot topics, real talk about the whole house community and DJs and all of that, man. It's a great show and everything. And we'll see y'all, man. We've been on since like 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I think. 12:30.
Yeah.
All right, so we out.
Peace.